It's opening morning of Iowa's archery season. And it feels good to be back in a tree. And these deer showed up at the crack of dawn, right at the opener. So we've had 3 nice adult does down here today, along with a nice young 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old 8-point just work its way through. These deer up here feeding hard on these acorns. I do have some clover in here that's made it through the drought okay, so it's an easy spot for these deer to suck up the acorns. This is an area that a buck I call Mr. Mom has used a lot, so you just never know. I've got a bunch of pictures of him on the bottom, but I have literally not been in this area for 3 weeks. I've been out in Montana elk hunting. Thanks for checking out the Angry Sportsman's blog. It's about 7:20, and we have literally had deer in here all morning. We just had another nice buck. Either a 2 or 3-year-old, nice little 10-point. He's out there munching acorns and clover. They're getting all the food groups today. One technique I'm trying this year, when there's lots of acorns like this falling from these big oak trees, and I know those deer are going to be in there eating those acorns, I try and point my cameras right at the ground. That way you get a really good shot when they come in to get the acorns. When they're eating, you can see the base is really good. You might want to try that. Obviously a raccoon did that, just something else to make me angry. We're approaching 8:30 here on opening morning of Iowa's archery season, and it has been pretty much non-stop deer action all morning. I'd say we had to see 6 different bucks, probably 6 or 7 does, and they are up here just vacuuming up the acorns and chowing down on this frigid forage clover back here. It was really struggling, this clover. And I have not been in here for 3 weeks, not even checking cameras, so I wasn't sure what we were going to see this morning, but the big rain that we had a week and a half ago must have just energized this clover, because it looks good, and the deer are just eating it so fast, it's unbelievable. So, between the acorns and the clover, we had it going on this morning. We're going to sit here for another hour or so and see what happens, but it's been a beautiful morning, and lots of deer activity, a lot of fun. I'd have to say the angry meter's maybe at an all-time low, except for that stupid camera back there that the raccoons messed up. This stand we hunted this morning is in this big oak tree behind me, and they are loaded with acorns. And this is a ridge top back in the timber that we cleared when we had this timbered, and planted it in clover last year. We've tried beans and stuff in the past, and they'll get in here and mow them down so fast. So we planted some frigid forage clover in here this year, and it's doing really good in a really, really dry year. These deer just come up. There's egg fields, we got corn and beans down below, probably a quarter mile from here, and they just kind of work their way up here and feed. And there's a bunch of ridges that run off this top, and they'll bed in here. So it's a good spot. It's easy to get to, quiet, and if you have the right wind, as you saw today, you can have deer all around you and they never know you're there. So we'll be back. It's a good spot. We're on our way out here this morning, and there's another big oak tree right on the edge of this lane. That's where I shot that buck last year, that 8-pointer early in the season. Or I guess it was the first buck I shot in November, but yeah, he crossed this little skinny lane up here and walked out here to see that spike, and I guess he was standing right about here when I shot him. So this is the same spot my dad also shot that Blanco buck with the shotgun 3 or 4 years ago. It's a good spot. They cross in here all the time.